Hello and welcome. This is week 43, day number 4. And today we are going to be talking about how yesterday's experience and how I raised yesterday $130,000 from a very unexpected source. So I'm going to tell you all about that today. We're going to keep talking about raising private money, how, as investors, we need to have the ability to perform on these deals. So we need to raise private capital to go and get these deals and close them and like these properties that we'll talk to you about, make passive income, rental income, retirement income. So I will be telling you all about that. And then I will also be taking you through opportunities through everything I do every single day, step by step, every single day, to generate real estate investing opportunities, as well as raising private capital, and as well as, if this is your first time diving into real estate, I will let you know the best tricks and mindset really to start investing. So we are going to do that today. And but in finding private money lenders and then raising capital, the two go hand in hand. It's not like the chicken and the egg. We don't do that. What came first, there's a recommendation, which is you should have the funds available, because it makes you better at negotiating with people if you have the ability to close on deals, right? So by the time you negotiate, it's not going to be so hard to negotiate. Okay. So let me adjust this real quick here. So that being said, let's get started here. Okay, so first things first, I wanted to tell you what happened yesterday that scared me half to death. But you have to have that tenacity sometimes in real estate, because a lot of people are not very patient. Let me just put it that way. The situation that happened yesterday was that we are in the process of buying several duplexes. So we're buying duplexes, and the process of it is just a little bit overwhelming, because you have a lot of transactions. And so we are working with a separate title company to buy some, and then another title company, simply because of technicalities and stuff. So we were, we're buying some in Jacksonville, some Daytona, etc. Me and my partner, which, one day you'll meet her. But anyway, so we were having a very tough time working with a real estate attorney that we almost didn't do the deal, because he's older and he's very tough to work with, and he's very much how can we put it politely and politically correct. He's a pain in the rear end. Let's just say that. So I made a call to just simply say, and this is one that we got under contract like within 2 hours a couple of weeks ago. We have a video about that. And I was just calling to say, you know what, never mind. Like, we can't work together. But before I do something like that, I always try to find, do my very best to not kill a deal. Just be polite, kill them with kindness, the whole 9 yards. So I called the attorney, the seller's attorney. See, the seller didn't want to do anything unless we went through his real estate attorney. That's it. Like, he's like, hey, I am just an electrician. That's all I know. I don't know anything about real estate investing. Anytime I have anything done for the past 50 years, call my real estate attorney. Negotiation goes through a real estate attorney, not through the seller. The seller doesn't do anything. So I'm negotiating with somebody way more experienced than me. He's a real estate attorney. He has a degree in real estate. But so I felt a little bit intimidating, but I said, you know what, I'm up to the challenge. So I did not record only one call that I had with him, but I recorded most of them. So if you'd like to hear those negotiations, comment below. And by the way, give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, the notification bell, hit it, So anyway, so let me know below if you want to see that. But so I'm negotiating with a real estate attorney, very tough guy also in Jacksonville. And all of a sudden I say, okay, Mr. Attorney, here is my question to you. Are you open to like working creatively? Are you open to seeing this deal happen? We do want to buy it. We are the buyers in this situation. We're not going to wholesale it, etc. We're not going to flip it. We want to buy it long term. I said, so here is what I wanted to ask. Are you willing to work with us? Do you believe this is a good investment? And he said yes to the two questions. Yes, he believes it's a good investment. Yes, he's willing to work with us. I said, okay. So I said, we're going to need financing. That's where you're getting frustrated. And the reason why is because we are working on the financing. So he starts asking me questions, and I didn't know. I just thought he was a real estate attorney. So he's trying to catch me at something. I have no idea why he's asking me questions. So I go back and forth, ask him more questions, answer his questions and stuff. And finally I said, hey, look, do you know anyone that might have some funds that he wants to put into real estate, maybe for a couple of years, and then we'll cash him out, interest only. He's a real estate attorney, so he knows what I'm doing. I said, do you know any lenders? Can you recommend anyone just to make this deal happen? If you recommend a lender, we'll make this deal happen. So he says, is that why you asked me if I thought it was a good investment? I said, yes, that's why. So long pause, long uncomfortable pause. And I learned that, the first one that talks loses. So I was not going to talk. So he talked first. I said, can you do, I don't know, 4%, I think he said. I said, interest only? And he said, yeah. But monthly payments, because you're going to have, this thing is going to cash flow for you. I said, deal. And I'm like, who are you? Who do you have in mind? And he says, me, me, I got money. So I said, sure, we'll do the deal. He's the seller's attorney. And so anyway, so I said, 130,000 is what we need right now to close on it. And so he says, I got it. If you need more, you let me know. I said, okay, as a matter of fact, we have other deals. He says, let's close this one first, and then let's move on to see what you have. I said, okay, let's do it. So here's the thing, because we're buying it, we're getting financing for this, getting just typical financing for this through the bank. That's the first option. It may change. If it changes, I'll update you on this deal so you can see the dynamics. But here's the thing I wanted to say. I was not expecting that at all from him. I was ready to kill the deal, remember? So I was not expecting that from him because he wanted certain things, conditions. I won't go into too much detail there, but suffice it to say that that is why you always pitch people. And as a matter of fact, we closed another deal, another multifamily deal. And we were having issues finding, finding a little bit of capital. Now we have capital to deploy ourselves, but we don't show that to people. Okay, we're always very hesitant to use our own money for our own deals. I'm of the belief, and my partner and I were of the belief that we use our capital on other people's deals because it builds a team when you do that. And then we use other people's capital on our deals. So our capital on other people's deals, and then their capital on our deals. That's pretty much how we like doing it. Sometimes we will use our capital for our own deals if comes down to brass tacks, but if it doesn't, then most of the time we like to do that. So that's why I said that to him. Why? Because it's a fantastic way to raise capital, and this anecdote proves it. Now we're gonna get financing also for this. We're gonna keep it long term because it's a fantastic. I mean, the owner is 50% below market rent. 50%, because those tenants have been there for like 30 years. 20, I think. Let's say 20. Let's be conservative. I think 20. And so he's raised the rent just a little bit over decades. And so I go look at the rents. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's way below 50%. But I'm being conservative. So let's just say he's at 50%, but I think he's charging about maybe 42-3% of what the rent should be. And so I'm like, no, we got to keep this, got to raise the rent. And then our play is to refinance it later. Right. So, but keep it, just keep these. So the seller is going to be cashed out from the loan from the bank. And it's a pretty hefty amount. So, I asked him for seller financing and sub two, and he was willing to do it. But we just decided to do it a different route, cash everybody completely out through the bank, because we have the ability to do that right now and deploy those funds. See, that's a little bit of how you're managing money left and right. But so we decided to go that route. So the seller is going to have a hefty amount of money. And he doesn't do anything without his attorney. So I asked the attorney, I said, hey, once we cash out, the seller, and maybe you guys want to go into potential other deals that we have other deals that we want to do. So if you're open to it, and maybe your seller is open to it, if you're willing to recommend, if we do this transaction and everybody's happy. He says, absolutely, all day. We're old guys. We don't want to go and do, what you're doing anymore. We did it a long time ago, but we just like to sit around, and get our money every month. He says, I like my money every month. I don't know what he likes. I'll ask him. But so here we have a situation where we are reusing the money that we're paying that seller. That's the long and short of it. Remember, I was about to kill the deal, but I just continue to pitch, And that's how I raised initially $130,000 yesterday. So this just happened. And then, from the seller, what we're paying his attorney is going to be in charge of analyzing our deal. So we are going to be mentored by somebody who's been in the game for a long time, because he will not invest his money in something that is not good. So that's how we did it. So now, with that being said, the moral of the story is never give up. Continue to pitch. Let's see here. Somebody is, I think, texting me, a YouTube viewer. I believe. So anyway, never give up, keep going, and work with people, pitch. I mean, that's a real estate attorney. I'm sure he's made a ton of money over the years, and he's got a lot more. Another key is no one tells you the amount that they have to invest upfront, the total amount. They'll just give you what they're comfortable. They're dipping their toe. So he's dipping his toe in our deals with $130,000. But the most important thing to me is not the money. What it is that he felt confident enough to put his money into a property that he helped his client acquire decades ago. He knows the property, and he is very experienced in real estate, and he gave his seal of approval on our deal. That's what's important to me. So the seller is selling his portfolio. It's not just one property. So he's selling us his portfolio, and we are getting his portfolio, and the attorney is backing it. So with his money, with cold hard cash, right? So let's go find more opportunities. This opportunity just came a couple of weeks ago. We've been working it, making other phone calls and stuff. So as I'm making the calls, it does not seem like it's such a big deal. It doesn't seem like it's important. It doesn't seem like it gives you goosebumps. But as you work the deal, it pays off. So I recommend you keep going. Okay. So now we're going to go and do that very activity that got us this deal. We're going to go make phone calls, because that's what got us what? It got us private money, and we got us a portfolio of properties. And that's why I say, the money does not come first. It's the deal. In this case, with the deal, because of the deal, the attorney said, I got money, let's invest. So a lot of people debate that, but they come together. In my opinion, they come together all the time. Now, I do know the logic that, the deal comes first, those who argue that. And I do know the logic that the money comes first, raising the capital comes first. And if I was going to agree with one, it's going to be the capital comes first. But it's not always true, as I just explained. Okay? So let's go and make this call. So here's a seller in Miami. So what I do is I analyze the deal first. I analyze the notes, who's worked on it. Has anyone put any notes on here? Anyone in our team? When they spoke to the seller, what did the seller say? Where the property is, has the property been sold? So I take it, I verify on Zillow that, I try to get an idea very quickly from the Zestimate, and then the rent estimate, what it might be worth, and if it can cash flow. In this case, it couldn't. It's like a luxury house. I guess, I don't know. Oh, it's in Miami. It's only $500,000, so that's not luxury in Miami. Okay, so let's see. Anytime, email address provided. Okay. Asking price is 1.4 million. Next week. She didn't put it on the market. She was planning on doing that. Okay, so let's call here. It might be a listing for our agent.
Good afternoon.
Yes, hello, Odelis.
One second.
Yeah, this is Ben. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. You had spoken to my assistant about your property, and he sent me a message to give you a call. I don't know if you're still thinking about selling it.
The property is on sale, yes.
Say again.
It's on sale by owner, yes.
Oh, for sale by owner. Okay, great, great, great. I was looking at Zillow. I don't see it listed on Zillow. Where do you have it listed?
No, I'm gonna be putting it on the market.
Oh, okay. So you haven't put it on the market yet?
No.
Okay. So that's good because you may not need to if we move forward. So let me ask you what. So I see the pictures on Zillow. So the first question I would have is: are those pictures pretty much accurate? That's the condition of the
If
house.
you didn't send me the pictures, I don't know who put it on the Zillow or something like that.
Yeah, there's some nice pictures on Zillow. White furniture.
The properties has been updated. I don't know how long that picture's been. So for that, if you want to share the link that you have, I can more than happy to tell you.
Sure. Let me text. Can I text it to you right now?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I just did.
Okay. Hold on, it's opening.
No problem.
Oh, 71 pictures.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures on there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much the same. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking more or less at the condition of the house, making sure the pictures show that there's nothing major, no major problems. Is that correct?
No, yeah, the house has been completely renovated, and I tell you, like, it's been updating.
Mm-hmm. So you guys renovate homes and sell them?
No. This is my home.
Oh,
like,
so you live in it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I'm working, so for that I'm gonna put it in the market.
Gotcha. Yeah.
For work.
Okay. So how much will you list it for?
The listing is for 1.5.
1.5 million. Okay. And is 1.5 million the best you can do?
It depends on the type of offering.
Mm-hmm. So if we were, yeah, if we were to give you all cash, would you what would you take?
In a cash deal?
Yeah, cash deal.
Like, I could go like a 1.250.
Okay, so 1.2.5. Okay.
No, 1.350.
Oh, 1. So 1.35. Okay. 1.35. Okay. Okay. So we have two things we could do here. If we did cash, let me ask you another question before I tell you that. Do you own the home free and clear, or do you have a mortgage?
I have a mortgage.
You have a mortgage? Would you mind telling me roughly what the balance is on that?
The balance is 750.
750, okay. So 750, okay. Thank you for that. And the reason why I'm asking you that is because we could work it in 3 different ways. So if you did 135, so then you would have, so you're pretty much willing to walk away with about $800,000.
I'm sorry?
You're willing to walk away with about 800. I mean, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm doing the math wrong here. So 350. So I'm just subtracting the 1.35 from that to 750. Just to see how much you have left over. That's all. So 135. Bear with me here for a second. Okay. So you'd be willing to walk away with about $600,000 in your pocket. Is that correct?
The what? I'm sorry?
So once the bank is paid, if we did a cash deal, right? If we do a cash deal, the bank is paid, you owe the bank $750, correct? And what is left over would be about $600,000 that you would walk away with, correct? Okay. And does that sound agreeable to you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, is that okay? Would you be willing to sell it if we can make it so that you can walk away with $600,000 in your pocket? Okay. So let me do this. I'm gonna do a little bit of due diligence. Okay. Of course, if you were to sell it for 1.5, you'll walk away with a lot more. But it will take a little bit long to sell it. Probably the market average, I think, properties sit on the market for about 4 months right now, I think. If we did a cash deal, then you walk away with 600,000. So that still would be good. So let me see if I'm gonna do a little bit of due diligence, and I'll come back to you. If that works still for us, then we can make you a formal offer. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But going less than 1.350, just to let you know. If you're going less than 1.350, it doesn't send the offer.
Yeah, it doesn't work for you, right?
No, yeah, for sure.
Right. That's right. Okay.
The one that the property value is more than that. I have this for the renovation, and I've seen an appraisal of 1.2.
Okay.
So
could you send me that appraisal?
Go well in like a fast move. I can go 1.350. If not, I'm gonna sell it for more than 1.5 for sure. I said it's in a property in the same street that is less than my property have an acre, double lot drop, and they are selling it in 1.8.
Gotcha.
Just putting it in 1.5 to have a fast move because I buy another property in California. So. Oh,
gotcha. So you're moving to California?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I understand completely. So what I will do is I'll just kind of work with the numbers, and I will call you. Yeah. I will call you back early next week and let you know what we decided to do. Is that okay?
So I can.
Yeah.
What was your name?
My name is Ben. Last name is Marks, Marks.
Okay.
And my phone number showed up right on your caller ID?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for that, I just want to save your number.
For sure. Are you able to send me that appraisal?
I don't have it with me right now.
Whenever you can.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna copy my email address and text it to you here. Hold on just a minute.
That was for the refinance of the property in January 2020.
Okay, no problem. I know the prices have increased since, so I understand that.
No, and the property, it was for doing some stuff to the house. So for that, I'm sure that if I do an appraisal, that it's gonna be up. Because in that moment was like nothing was done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. I understand it. Okay. All right. So I just texted you my email address. So if you can, whenever you're able to, go ahead and text me what you have or email me what you have. And then I'll give you a call back next week. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Well, did I pronounce your name correctly, Odelis?
Yes, that's my name, Odelis Martinez.
Okay. Well, pleasure to meet you. We'll talk next week, okay?
Okay, thank you, Ben. Have a good day.
Likewise. Bye-bye. So you just kind of saw like a perfect phone call. I asked questions for her, and I was more or less doing that for your benefit, because that's the same structure of a phone call that you typically will see on a medium price home. You want to tell them that, okay, let me ask you these questions because I can make you also a different type of offer. So I'm going to give you 3 choices. One will get you the most. The other choice will give you, somewhere in the middle. And then the other one will be strictly cash, right? And so if we did a cash deal, that's why I asked her that, what would you take? So it doesn't really work with hers, but it's great practice. So let me make the notes here real quick. Perfect phone call, period. I walked her through questions that gave me 3 possible offers to be made. The first one is she wants $1.5 million. In a cash deal, she would want $1.35 million. And then in a creative deal, she would like to walk away with $600,000. So I told her I would look at the numbers and see if I can make a formal offer. Period, new paragraph. I sent her my email address so that she would send over the appraisal that she mentioned. Okay. So then that is, let's see, I got an email. Okay. So that's done. And the email I just got is the earnest money deposit that we sent to for the duplexes I was talking about earlier. It's a portfolio of duplexes, right? And we had to send out, a hefty amount for earnest money deposit. So typically in those deals, you pay for between 15 and 50K when it's a portfolio and everybody's serious and everybody's using attorneys and so forth. So on those duplexes, we sent a pretty hefty amount, and we had to send from our own funds. And we don't like doing that because we rather make money on that money. Right now, as we have these funds on there, they're our own funds, so you know, we rather use our funds on other people's deals because then we can get paid from that. Here, we're going to get paid anyway. So we rather give from our deal to somebody else. So if it was you, let's say it would be $15,000 earnest money deposit, then we could give, you know, a earnest money deposit lender. We're calling these people gators, you know, so a gator lender, we could, you know, pay, you know, give them a chunk of the money if they come in and cover that earnest money deposit, right? So, but anyway, so we just did that ourselves. So we have the funds, so it's not a big deal, but we don't like doing that. So anyway, but with this lady, made the notes. I have an appointment with her, so I will walk through the numbers. I don't want to tell people that I'm doing that and not do it, so I'm gonna set an appointment with her next week to give her a call. Okay. So here we go. So that is a perfect phone call. I mean, that should be awesome to practice on. Okay, so next. Okay, this is in Georgia. Where in Georgia? Let's see. I like doing Southern Georgia. I hope this is, let's see, because it's close to Florida, you know. Oh yeah, this is near Jacksonville, but it's in the Georgia side. Perfect. It's actually near what's the area that you might recognize? McClaney. So it's near McClaney. Okay, so let's see here. Church Street. There's no Zillow on here. Let me kind of take a look. Is it a commercial property? Maybe. Okay, how did this come to us? Okay, email address. I don't know what it's worth. I can't find the address. The address on our file is her house. Okay, so we had a property that we targeted in Florida, but the seller ended up having a property in Georgia. And it's not for sale. She has another property that's for sale. Hold on, another email. Perfect. Everybody's excited because, you know, everybody's gonna make money on this deal, the multifamily deal. The address in our file is not okay. She mentioned that she received an offer. Okay. Martha. Hello, Martha. How are you? This is Ben.
Yes, who?
This is Ben. You had,
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you.
yes, ma'am. You had spoken to my assistant, and she said that I'd be giving you a call. You mentioned to her that you don't intend to sell your primary home, but you have one on Church Street in Georgia that you'd like to sell.
I don't have a home on it. It's just a vacant lot.
Oh, it's a vacant lot. Okay. Can
Yeah.
I verify the address with you?
It's 130. Correct.
Okay. Okay. When I looked it up on the maps, I couldn't see it. So I have to do a little bit more digging at the county. No problem there. Tell me a little bit about
Well, right now I have a proposal on it.
Oh, okay.
At the moment.
At the moment. Okay. So somebody made you an offer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Could I ask how much they're offering? I might be able to do better.
Well, I'd rather hear your offer.
Well, I need a gauge. I need a gauge because, like I said, I haven't been able to find it, so I don't know.
Well, all you have to do is call the clerk of court,
Okay.
the tax office, and they can give you the specs on it.
Sure. Is it a residential lot or a commercial lot?
Either one.
Okay, so it's unincorporated. Or
Yep.
what is it? What is it zoned?
It's either residential or commercial. It can be used either way.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's mixed use. Okay. So when are these folks supposed to close on it?
Well, anytime now. I'm negotiating with them at this moment.
At this moment. Gotcha. Okay, no problem, Martha. So let me do this. How about I follow up with you in a couple of weeks and see if you actually closed. If you didn't, then I'd like to take a second look at it.
Well, I'll be making a decision probably within the next week.
In the next week. Okay. Well, I'd love to be considered. So
well, if you can make me an offer in the next day or so, we can talk about that.
Okay, sure. So let me do this. I'm gonna go over to the county, get the specs and everything, and then I'll call you back. I'll call you back either later on tonight or tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Martha.
Your name is what?
Ben, Ben.
And who are you with?
Well, I'm by myself. I'm not with a large company or anything like that. I was just in the military for a long time, got out and started, working in real estate. Pretty much.
Okay. Well, I'm just concerned because I've had a lot of offers that ended up being scams. So.
Oh my goodness.
Protective here.
No, not at all. But I was not aware. So there's a lot of people trying to scam you on this.
Of course, there are a lot of people out there doing that.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, I could provide whatever you want me to provide. I could, I don't know. Maybe you should ask some of these people because I could even give you my DD 214, which is, honorably discharged from the United States military. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not. That doesn't have anything to do with it right now.
I know it, but that will make you feel better that I wouldn't scam you.
Yeah, well, I'm very respectful of the military. My family's been in the military and that kind of thing, so I understand that.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that, and sounds good. I will look it up at the county, and then I'll give you a call back tomorrow.
Okay. And what is your last name, Ben?
Marks, Marks.
Okay. Well, maybe you can email me some of your background, and
sure,
so I can check that out too.
Sure. I got let me confirm your email address here. Sounds good. I will email you, and then we can take it from there.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for talking to me, and you have a great day, okay?
You too.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was, it could be commercial. The corner where it's supposed to be on Church Street, it looks like a busy street, so there's a gas station there. There's a grocery store. So I bet you these guys. See, it's amazing. I think what she owns is a little house that. Let me see if I can show you. I'll just show you. Let me move this real quick. I think I'll do it like this. Okay, so you see this? So I think that you see that house there and you see that shopping center behind her. So I believe she probably owns that house right there. And that's a gold mine because the property she hasn't sold in so long. Okay, let me set this back up here. Anyway, she has not sold in so long. And investors are itching to maybe put a Starbucks on there or something, some sort of fast food would be awesome at that location. It'd be just amazing. So she has not sold in decades, and it's a house surrounded by shopping center that needs to be commercial. That's the highest and best use for that property. It's incredible. So take a look at it. And so I think that is great. It's a great opportunity. So now let me repeat myself and put it on the notes here. I believe this is a great opportunity because I think that she owns that little house that is surrounded by a shopping center. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and it just seems so out of place, that little house. It needs to be something like a fast food restaurant or something to that effect. So I bet she's getting a lot of calls on that, and she can make pretty good money on that. So that is kind of like what you want to see, to do like a single tenant building on there and make it worth her while. That house does not have comps in residential. That house has only comps in commercial. Is the way it should be, period. So it doesn't sound like much, but this looks like a great opportunity. Okay, so I told her I would do a little digging, little research, and get back with her and give her an offer, period. Okay, so those are great. So I will have to go and kind of call the county and or look at the website and kind of figure out what this is going to be, what opportunity we have in front of us. Okay. So make a verbal offer here. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so we are going to go now and analyze what we did. So we got two potential opportunities today. We talked about raising private capital live. So let me go and do some paperwork, and then we'll come back later on and continue to make more phone calls. Okay, so until then, thank you for being here. We'll see you next recording, next video. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and contact me below. I want to do deals with you. I want to connect with the audience. This is not entertainment. This is not for you to binge watch. This is not content that is exciting. This is something that, you know, you have to get involved. So let's get involved. Why are we not? You're watching, obviously, real estate videos because you want to do something in real estate. People don't watch real estate videos for fun. People watch real estate videos to do something. So let's do something. All right, let's do something. Contact me. Below is my contact information. Contact me. Let's do this commercial building right here. Let's turn it from a little house. You saw the picture of it, a little house, just like smack dab in the middle of commercial opportunity. That house has got to be gone and put a single tenant building, rent it out to a fast food chain. That's the highest and best use for that piece of land, right? So contact me. Let's do that. Let's generate some passive income on this thing. We'll do it together. I have the experience to do that, but I'm also, like I was telling you about the attorney, I have so many connections that can help us get this deal done. So contact me. Let's do the deal. Okay. See you next time. Bye-bye now.